Hello, I'm Solaj Alfred. Welcome to the Hts Epoll. It's your opportunity to weigh in on the most pressing issues of the day. The leader of the opposition, Allen Chastanet, has been suspended from Parliament over his refusal to apologize and withdraw allegations of corruption surrounding the sale of the lands at Bananes Bay, made during his contribution last Friday to the debate on the 2023-2024 appropriation bill. During the hearing in Parliament on Tuesday, Housing Minister Richard Frederick said the land was sold to a private interest following several attempts to get SLASPA to buy it. The opposition leader argued that the land was sold at a massive discount. The Speaker of the House, Claudius Francis, said the opposition leader had failed to provide any evidence of corruption. So we ask, should the leader of the opposition, Allen Chastanet, apologize for his allegations of corruption in the sale of the Bananes Bay Land? We took to the streets to get your opinion, and here's what you had to say.
Oh, most definitely, most definitely. If you're alleging something, you have to prove it. And at least he should come with something to indicate that what he's saying is true. Or there is a lot of doubt. If he could create doubt around the sale or show that it is not right, unless he could do that, he needs to prove. And if he can't prove, he needs to apologize because he's stating a falsehood.
At this point, it's not even a case of what it is you think you know or what it is that it's more or less what you can prove. And that was the issue in the House, not a question of whether what Mr. Frederick was saying was right or what Mr. Chastanet, or I should say the Honorable Richard Frederick and the Honorable Allen Chastanet, but it became a case of what can you prove. Ideally, what the leader of the opposition was saying, the Speaker was asking him to verify that, prove that what you are saying is accurate, and he was not able to do that. So on that basis, you need to apologize or retract the statement. I think it's a ticklish thing. I think if you are wrong or if you have been shown that you cannot prove it, then you should definitely apologize for it. But the vote by the House to not allow him in until he apologizes or retract the statement, I think it's interesting to see where it will go.
Of course he should apologize. If the government's trying to sell a piece of property, they offered it to people to SLASPA. SLASPA says we're not interested. Find you another buyer. What corruption is that? It's a simple thing. Everybody knew it was for sale. If you wanted it, go buy it. If you don't want it, don't buy it. Simple. There's no corruption there. Corruption is when you go ahead and spend $15,000 on a damn meeting for the government. That's corruption.
Because we are all St. Lucians and we're looking on to them to do better for St. Lucia. Too much bickering in the House. Every day in the House has never been something that people could look up to. Every day is a Halep Kasip and this and that and the other. We are tired of that. Come together as St. Lucians because we put the government there. Do something in our favor instead of fighting each other.
Do you think Mr. Chastanet should apologize?
Mr. Chastanet should not apologize for nothing. Why should he apologize? There has nothing to apologize to. So I don't see he should apologize.
Yes, I think he should. Because as the leader of the opposition, I think he should know better. If you have proof of what you are saying, well, show your proof. Because at the end of the day, you are a leader, and you have to come straight in any thing you are saying.
Mr. Chastanet should apologize for what he said about the London soldier. He should apologize.
Well, I think if he cannot prove himself, yes, he should apologize and just move on. Well, for some of St. Lucian people, they feel as if it is so hard to say, I'm sorry. But I feel it will smoothen the whatever that's going on. You say, I'm sorry, and you move on, and both parties will feel comfortable and all right.
Do you think that he should apologize?
If needs be, yes. If he have to apologize, there is nothing like too big to apologize. So the thing is too big to make the mistake, but not to apologize.
I do feel he should, because as a big man and a leader of the opposition, he should. If there is corruption, you should show way that you prove that it's not corruption. Or if there's corruption, I mean, well, you're supposed to apologize, you know?
We intend to apologize because lemma le ma pon ek di bladung si diyan bay ki pa vou an lan moun, ou pa direct bagay la. Ou suppose humble kou, because si men kon si ou pran sak plim kon moutan la tèt an moun, e kou la je plim nan, le van pou ngay chaye, bon vie Paul ou di kay ale. Là où kay ache ki mizi plim, là où kay kopon ko pou ache mizi plim nan, ou pa y weni.
So, Mr. Chastanet
Il suppose apologize.
Well, si c'est gouy, il sa fait. Si pas vle fait, il pas obligé. Et puis, c'est pas Lyon premier qui a fait. Kenny a fait. Et personne pas te dit rien à sous ça. Et soutan, so me pas ouais use pour y obliger de il pour pas apologie.
Merci.
Et soutan, puis encore, moi qu'a dit ça prend bon bagay pour yo faire les yon a l'autre ka parler pour yo work out. Après yo pas ni USP, moi pas di chasse n'est pas ni USP. Yo pièce c'est pour aller yo pièce pas ni USP. Puis là ni mamay qui ka garder ça qui ka fait. Ini jeune mamay qui ka monter. Et puis là yo ka ouais ça ka fait yo même pas ka vle aller en politicien.
Thanks for those responses. Now to our new discussion. The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival is back in all of its original splendor, following its replacement by Soleil Summer Festival and later the cancellation of all festivals because of the COVID-19 pandemic. This year, the organizers of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival are going all the way with a number of main stage events and an impressive lineup of artists for the fringe events. The opening of jazz at the Mindu Phillip Park in Marsha, one of the features of the earlier years of the festival, is back. Gospel, Kingdom Night, vintage jazz, soca, reggae, karas, among other genres. So we ask, do you welcome the return of the St. Lucia Arts and Jazz Festival in its original splendor? Voting is easy. Just log on to htsstlucia.org and vote. Remember, our Epoll team is always on the go to get your responses as well. Watch the HTS News Force from 7 p.m. for the results and a new discussion.